All right, and we are live. Cool, excellent, awesome. Welcome to another live stream for Civilization 6. I am Broyar. If you are new to the channel, I appreciate you joining us tonight. Or if you're watching this on the recordings that I upload this next week, I appreciate that as well. We are playing as Indonesian. It's been a couple weeks since I last streamed because I was out of town this past week. And so, yeah, it's... gotta get myself caught up a little bit on where we left off. I know we're playing on an island, not island map, we're playing on an archipelago map because we wanted to get lots of coastal land for Indonesia. Normally I pick random civilizations, and this time I decided to go like explicitly with Indonesia for two reasons. One, I wanted a kind of a coastal kind of sea type, civilization, but I also wanted to try for a religious victory. I haven't done a religious victory since... I guess since the very first game that I played of Civilization 6 as Arabia, way back in the day, way before Rise and Fall. So there's been a lot of religious changes since then, and so I felt like it would be a good time to try out a religious victory, although Indonesia does have some other benefits that if the religious victory does not look like it's going to work out for us, we could potentially fall back on some other options. I'm trying to remember where the state of the world is. Currently, we're friends with Pound Maker over here, which is this guy. We did take one of his cities. We kept flipping it because it kept going to like an independent city and then, or free city, I should say. And eventually, we just decided, we'll take it. Fine, whatever. Just leave us alone. It's not a great city, but we might be able to turn it into something. That's the one good thing about faith. Like if we're going to go for the religious game, we don't have to have a powerful city to be able to have a holy site that can produce faith, because the thing with faith, similar, I guess, science and culture, any of those types of things, is that it's universal for your entire civilization. So even if this city does nothing but have a fairly high, faith yield holy site, that's fine, because that's going to help our entire civilization still. So it doesn't have to have high production if we can get some high faith out of that. So that is an opportunity for that. We are building a settler here. We got 4 turns left on that. There's a couple islands out here we could drop it on, or there's actually one up here with a lot of cocoa as well, some olives, or we could just stick it up here as well. There's some cocoa there and some amber, so we have some options there. We do already have some amber down here, so getting some more will not get us that new luxury, but something we could trade possibly. We have a couple elephants. Do we have any cocoa anywhere else? I do not see cocoa anywhere else, so getting the cocoa would be pretty cool. The turtles, oh, there's some turtles over here. But I mean, again, getting some extras, one of those would be fine as well, because we could trade those with some of our friends. So we have some options there. We are currently friendly with Spain. I think we just met them towards the end of the last episode. Or I should say the end of the stream last time. I mean, it could be a religious, competition. So somebody we have to kind of be aware of and be careful of. We do want to start setting up some alliances at some point in the near future. Let's see here. Would you be my friend? You're a friend to me. Okay, so we'll stay friendly with you guys. We're going to stay as friendly as we can with some people. But, at some point we may have to go to war. We'll see what happens, how things go. Can purchase with faith. We can purchase a guru with faith right now, which we don't want to do at the moment. Let's check the status of our religion. Again, it's been, a couple weeks. We did take the high production work ethic, which is going to help hopefully kind of make up for any of our production deficits. What am I trying to say? Production, whatever. Words are hard today, but it'll make up for us things a little bit. We have the mosque, which does give our missionaries and apostles an extra spread, which will help us with the religious victory. Monastic isolation. Religious pressure never drops due to losses in theological combat. So hopefully that'll help us flip people. And then even if we lose, our guys in combat, it won't matter too much. And then tithe, getting a little extra gold is pretty good. And plus, we also have the +1 production from fishing boats, which as a coastal civilization, we're going to have a lot of fishing boats, which I think that'll help us out quite a bit. Feudalism, build 6 farms. Construction, build a water mill. I don't think we have any... No, we don't. Nobody on a river right now, so the water mill is not going to happen. We may have to hard research that one, but the 6 farms is technically doable. We've only got 1 at the moment, so we would actually have to get a lot of workers to be able to get that one done, or builders, I should say. No, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and hit next turn. I feel fairly up to date on the situation.
As it turns out, Mount Kilimanjaro is not Wi-Fi enabled, so I had to spend 2 weeks.
Alrighty, well, we found us a natural wonder, so that's a thing. A little bit of arrow score. I think are we in a... Yeah, we're in the Dark Age. I was going to say, it looked very dark. I was making sure. We are in the Dark Age. We've got quite a few turns left. We're just now at this right score to be able to hit, one more point will get us a normal age. So we're not too far off from being able to flip this into a golden age, aka heroic age, which would be pretty valuable for us, I believe. We do have a couple of our Kampungs out, which, they're not super strong just yet, but they will get stronger as the game goes on. I'm not reluctant to spread my religion, buddy. I just haven't gotten to you yet. Where are you even? Is this where you up? No, it's Lisbon. Where are you? It's Scotland. Carthage. Actually, I don't even see you, buddy. That's Khmer. I'm probably just missing him on here, and I'm blind or something, but whatever. You're out there somewhere, and we haven't found you yet, so how can you complain about us not spreading a religion? Calm down, man. So yeah, construction will keep going on. That's going to be okay. India is sending some apostles over, so we got to be a little careful here. It's possible we could kind of go to war and just knock them out, and honestly, that might not be a bad idea. Because what is he going to do? He's nowhere near us at the moment, so going to war with him will not really hurt us that badly. Although we don't currently have a reason to. I think I'm going to announce you. I want to be able to have the opportunity to go to war if necessary. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, you're gonna be competition for us, man. But we gotta protect ourselves. He's currently going around us, so maybe he's not coming after us. Well, hello from Morocco. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Thank you for joining us and watching. I mean, it's probably pretty. I say it's pretty late. It's actually probably pretty early in the morning for you there in Morocco. So, thank you. Let's see here. We can upgrade our archer at the moment. The iron to upgrade those guys. I mean, upgrading to crossbowman would be good. It would make us a little bit more, I don't know, less squishy looking. Though not by much. There's a lot of guys that have some really strong military. You know what? We need to work on our military. I am going to go ahead and upgrade you guys. I want to look at least a little bit more intimidating. It's not going to do much for us, but we need to get some more military units as well. There's the Scotland music. I don't know why they have the music for other civilizations playing while you're playing. It should stay on the Indonesian music the whole time, but I don't know if it's intentional or if it's a bug or not. I don't know that Kilwell really helps us with our strategy, to be honest. So I'm kind of leaning towards, maybe some more ships to defend our coast and things like that. Or just more land units. Let's go more ships. I mean, these quadrimes would be what we use to upgrade to our special units anyway, so let's go with some of those. Although some builders to get some farms. It's really not a lot of places to put farms, to be honest, though. I don't know that we're going to get the farm thing. Although up here there's a couple spots. I am going to knock out one builder, and then we may switch to some more ships. Alright, so, settler. Not a lot of good places. We're really down here struggling, on this tundra type of area, which we could have re-rolled, but I really wanted to kind of take advantage of some of the benefits that Indonesia has of like being able to work off the coast and things like that, where the tundra is less impactful in some ways. To see if we can really kind of pull it out. Get a victory going for us. We could come up here, but obviously we'd have some loyalty issues. I mean, right there wouldn't be too bad. But I'm still thinking up this way somewhere. So just a matter of where. This little island right here would be interesting. I mean, a lot of fishing boats around, but that's about it. Would be interesting, though, to be honest, to kind of settle some cities over there. We might just still do that. See if we can take advantage of her ability to just plop down lots of kampungs next to all these fishing resources. Would be interesting. Cocoa, I'm thinking maybe right here. 1, 2, 3. Still gets us the turtles. Or maybe up here. 1, 2, 3. Still gets us the amber. A lot more fish, a lot more coast that we'd have to put stuff on, but it's not the end of the world. 1, 2, 3. Does not get us the crabs, but does give us a few fish, turtles, cocoa, and eventually the amber. It's probably okay. We'll head up that direction. I'm just going to have you go up that direction as well. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get the farms. So we're just going to knock out feudalism as is. And I think that's going to be okay. It's 1 a.m. That's not too late. It's on a weekend. I know I control very little territory, but that's just the way it's going to be. Friendship expired. Alright, so I can get an apostle with faith now, which I needed to figure out what is my plan for our religion. I know there's a couple more religious buildings I'd like to get as well. We'll go ahead and see if we can keep clicking on friendship here. Keep these guys happy with us. So yeah, let me check this real quick. Let's go here. Oh, that's right. That's right. Indonesia can buy ships with faith. That's right. Completely forgot about that. Awesome bonus. I don't think anybody has any buildings, right? No. We need to get some more holy sites before we can get that. You're finishing up your temple in 3 turns, and then we can do the mosque. So that actually will be fine. I think we'll hold off, get that mosque out of the way, and then if we have more faith after that, we can work on either, you know, apostles or something like that. It's only been like 2 turns, right? It's only been like 1 turn, I think. Alright, let's go ahead and go on alert here. That's going to be fine. Some more amber down this way, but again, these cities down here would be pretty rough. There's construction. We still haven't farmed a resource just to get the boost to irrigation. I mean, we need to get it at some point, but honestly, up to now, it hasn't really mattered that much. We're actually about to get the Feudalism Civic, which will get us the boost for knights if we want to go that route. Building 3 mines. I'm actually surprised we don't have 3 mines yet. I think we have at least 1 or 2. Building 2 harbors should happen pretty soon. Killing a unit with a spearman is unlikely. But I don't know that tech gives us that much benefit in the long run. Start working on stirrups. It's going to open up some paths to some of these other kind of military type things just to keep us, you know, we need to be more, we got to have some military. Let's put it that way. Can't completely ignore military. Mont Saint Michel, that's a really good wonder for religion victory. Has to be built on marsh though, which we have a couple spots we could have grown out to put one there, but obviously we didn't get it in time. Alrighty. And obviously as far out as you are, getting some walls would be good. You do need housing soon, actually very soon. So either the lighthouse or the granary. Let's do the granary first. It's going to get us a little bit more. Although this one will give us a trade route. Well, no, let's just do the granary. And we may roll that into a lighthouse after that. All right, builder. Sure, let's go hook up the turtles first. It's going to help us in the long run. Before I forget, I will be doing a kind of a double stream again next weekend, like I did this past weekend, or not past weekend, the week before last, because the weekend after that, I will be going out of town again. So it's not ideal to keep going out of town like this, but had a couple trips planned here, you know, before kids go back to school and things like that. So I just wanted to, unfortunately, you know, weekends are just some of the better times to travel. But then after that, I don't think I'll be traveling anytime soon. So that'll be kind of my last trip for a while. But yeah, I'll start at around 6 o'clock Central Standard Time next weekend. And we'll end probably around 11. So probably about a 5-hour stream. I guess you just got bonked by the archer over here, which is fine. Some tobacco down here, although still in the tundra. A lot of cold stuff down here. All right, so builder is completed. I think go ahead and get the quadrireme out. Just knocking out a couple of those. Just having them available would be good for us. There's our temple. Let's go ahead and knock out our mosque real quick. And yeah, that'll help us out quite a bit. We're actually, 46 faith per turn. It's not too bad. We're actually housing capped here. Kind of leaning towards the harbor. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Let's knock out a harbor. We can get a lighthouse after that to get us a little bit more housing. Obviously, the Kampungs get us housing as well, so that's always an option. Are we working into the tiles up here? No, we're not. So, building more, fisheries and things like that really won't make a difference here. Because there's just nobody to work them yet. Let's send you up here to work on these. Hook up those cows. I think that'll be good for us. Why should you kill yourself? That sounds terrible. Commend your passion. I don't know if I understand. I'm sorry. But yeah, playing Civ 5 and watching me at the same time, that's pretty cool. Civ 5 is obviously a really good game. It's one of those... I was going to say the phrase stand the test of time, but that's terrible because we're playing Civilization. I guess it's true though. I mean, it's Civilization. The game will stand the test of time as well. I may go back and play a Civ 5 game one of these days. Honestly, I've never beaten a Civ 5 Deity game. I've done Deity obviously on Civ 6 multiple times, but I never actually have on Civ 5 for whatever reason. I played a lot of Civ 5, just I never ended up bumping up the difficulty to Deity and trying it out. Colosseum, which is okay. Got a guru I can get. Don't think that's useful for us at the moment, though. Let's go hook up the effluents. Make sure no barbarians popped up there before my settler sneaks up there. So that would be unfortunate. There's our galley getting beat up on. Another friendship expired with Poundmaker here. Let's go ahead and get that going again. All right, we'll hook up the cattle. And the elephants. Yeah, that would not go so well. So let's run away. Let's actually, if possible, see if you can make it back to safety. Are you stuck? I think you're stuck. You are... Oh, no, not quite. Can't go back that way, though. Oh, no, you are stuck, because you can't go up this way, can you? I don't think you can. I have to get open borders with Rome or something, which probably won't happen, since he does not like me at the moment. Man, there's a lot of wonders getting built. I mean, I did add a couple extra civs into this game compared to the last game that we did. So it's a much more larger map. So there's a lot more civilizations to be able to finish wonders and things. 7 gold per turn plus 15 gold for our ivory. I'm actually okay with that. It's pretty good. He doesn't have a lot of cities, though. But that also means he's probably pretty weak, which making a weak guy a little stronger is not too bad. All right. Is this hooked up? Oh, no, we need irrigation to hook up the olives. Well, there's a reason to get irrigation, I suppose. I've been kind of avoiding it because I didn't feel like I really needed it just yet. I mean, I could go ahead and finish off the fisheries here just so that Liang can be moved, but don't know if that gives us an immediate benefit. Could go out, knock out irrigation. You know what? Let's go ahead and do irrigation. That's a good enough reason. Get the olives hooked up. It's going to be okay. It's only going to take us 2 turns. Get a lumber mill where I could chop things. Also get some of the kampungs, which I think is probably okay. That's a hard one to answer. Civ 5 is better than Civ 6. They're different games, I think. I mean, just they made, you know, the way the district placement and the wonder placement and all that stuff has changed. It's really changed the game quite a bit in the sense that it's kind of hard to compare them. I mean, there's definitely elements of Civ 5 that I like, but there's also some elements of Civ 6 that I really like. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm enjoying Civ 6 more now. Like, if I were to go back and play Civ 5, I probably wouldn't quite like it quite as much, because I do like some of the difficulty that's added, you know, of the district placement and wonder placement, things like that, where you can't build them everywhere. But that's not taking away from the fact that Civ 5 is just a really good game. So it's a hard call. Like I said, they're just completely different games at this point, really. I'm assuming you won't give me, like, open borders or anything. It's not even possible, is it? Oh, well. All right. Well, I guess you're just stuck there, dude. I'm sorry, Mr. Galley. Just whatever. Just chill. It's weird. I definitely... The graphics for Civ 6 took me a little bit to get used to, but now that I've obviously gotten used to them, playing for so long, they've grown on me. I mean, I really do like the graphics a lot. I also really like this right here. Let me just kind of look at my city just because I want to kind of get our stuff. But I love this. For some reason, I love this map. This map is just really cool looking. I like the hand-drawn, like, you know, art and stuff like just... I mean, don't know that I would ever play it, you know, with this map view, but it looks really cool. I think it's just awesome. All the little buildings and things, it's pretty funny. Look, there's our kampungs there. Actually, let's do this. Let's get rid of yield icons. Like the little fishing boats and stuff. It just looks cool. I love this. I love this view. But and I could play as this if I wanted to, but it just, I don't know. Obviously like the 3D textures as well, but this just, I was trying to find a wonder or something. Here's Mount Everest right there. Very cool looking. Let's go look at, there's pyramids, there's Potala Palace. Yeah, really cool, really cool. But again, just I'll play as this because it's, you know, I think it's a little bit more appealing. But that other view might make a good, you know, background art or something like that. It's pretty cool. I wish the units, that's actually the one thing. I wish the units showed up here as hand-drawn textures as well, which they just don't. They're just an icon. I think that's part of the reason why, you know, that's my only negative about it. Oh, that'll give it some housing as well. Very nice. Just I guess sleep until you get kicked out of there at some point. Tribal village. Oh, hello. It's pretty close. All right, 2 more. I thought I said 2 turns I would go. Now it's still 2 more turns. Whatever. I like the governor system. I think it's really cool. I like the... There's so much... There's a lot of things I like about Civ 6 that you just don't have in Civ 5. So that's kind of why it's hard to make a call. I'm just going to actually leave you at home. I'm just going to be an extra defender for now. Alright, I can purchase an apostle, which I guess I'll do. Do you have a religion over here? Or can I start flipping you without you being mad at me? What am I looking for? Religion. Who has what religions? This is Spain, which is fine. Khmer, okay. Scotland, and India. Okay, so yeah. Oh, and then Russia. So I can start flipping you without, you know, you being mad at me. Some other people might, but that is okay. So let's start getting some apostles out, I guess. Is there anything else I needed? I mean, again, I can start making some ships and things, but I don't know that I need that. If I'm going to do apostle, though, you, right? Moksha? Don't you have like an extra... Oh, I haven't got it yet. Down here. Patron saint. So it actually might be worth holding off until I get patron saint. Just building up some faith for now. And then popping out a couple of them once we get that promotion. So I may do that, actually. All right, so Quadrim is done. I could, you know, build another one, build a couple more. It's not a terrible idea. I could get another settler out to continue to grow my city stuff. Just the one negative about putting a city here, obviously, is that, well, that's not the only negative, but a negative is I won't have a holy site. Which kind of leads me to kind of come over here instead or something. Do I have... Oh, you're actually ready to go. Before I do that, though, let me come back over here. Because I was going to check something. I forgot what I've built in the city. You have the Ancestral Hall. So, new cities receive a free builder. Perfect. That's what I thought. I thought that was what we had built before. So that means you plopping out here will get us a free builder, which is awesome. And that kind of does make me want to do another settler right away. Because then I can get another builder over here to help it out as well. Although in a couple turns... What is it? I need 10. Oh, I need 10 or greater. I was thinking I need 8 or something. So I actually have quite a ways before I can get another district, actually. Whatever. We'll do a settler. It's going to be fine. Are there any Civ 6 tournaments? Well, there is a... I haven't done much looking at it in a while, like to see kind of what became of it. But I remember seeing an article, it's probably 6 months ago now, maybe more, about them trying to like set up some sort of a eSports type multiplayer thing for Civilization 6. And I forget who it was. It was like a, I guess, pretty popular Civ 6. I don't know if he's just a streamer or Twitch streamer or something like that, or what. But he's like, you know, pretty good on the multiplayer scene. I forget the guy's name, honestly. But I think he was kind of trying to help head it up, or there was like an article about him. So it was a good question. I wouldn't mind looking into it a little bit as well, because, you know, esports are a pretty big deal. But I think there is something. I think there's something out there. I just don't know how big it is. It's not obviously as huge as some of the other esports, because Civilization 6 is just kind of a, you know, I wouldn't say boring game necessarily, but it's maybe not as exciting as your Overwatches, your League of Legends, your, you know, Call of Duties, all that kind of stuff. But there's probably a market for it. You know, there's probably. I mean, if there's a market for chess and you know other like thinking strategy games like that, then I'm sure there's a market for an esport around a strategy game such as this. So, yeah, I need to check up on that because I thought it was interesting at the time, but it hadn't quite been formed up completely yet. So I don't know where that even ended up. It's a niche game, yeah, it is. I mean, it's a very popular game. Don't get me wrong, but the multiplayer aspect of it is kind of probably where the niche comes in because it's. I don't want to say its strength as its single player because I think it's got some good multiplayer, and obviously there's very unique challenges when you're playing against players as opposed to the computer. Computer is predictable most of the time, but players are obviously very unpredictable. So I don't personally play a lot of multiplayer. Any multiplayer I have played has been co-op multiplayer where I'm playing with other friends against the NPC players or NPC computer players, but yeah, I think there's definitely a market for it, just maybe not a very large one. Let's go ahead and lock out your lighthouse. Get some trade routes coming in. I've only got one trade route at the moment. What do I want to start you with? And I can start you off with the holy side, I suppose. I'm kind of forgetting for a second what your bonuses are. Oh, that's right. The ones where you have the adjacency, right? Yeah, city centers are adjacent to a coast. You get +2 faith, so that was good for us to put a city there. And then you also get coast and lake tiles provide minor adjacency bonus for holy site, campus, industrial zone, and theater squares. +1 amenity from entertainment to each entertainment complex adjacent to a coast or lake tile. So putting things near the coast is her thing. Actually, my ATZ videos, which I kind of slowed down the pacing on them a little bit, so expect to see those every 2 weeks as opposed to every week, because it's just getting very hard to try and maintain the every week thing, and then I would just get, I don't know, frustrated with myself for not getting them out every single week. And so I've kind of decided to slow that down a little bit and maybe try and do it every 2 weeks for now. So the last one was up, week before last, and the next one should be up hopefully this coming Tuesday. I've done a lot of the research, done a lot of the background stuff, and plan to finish some of the recording stuff probably tomorrow or Monday or something like that and get it up by Tuesday. But anyway, so the next one will be India, but Indonesia is the one after that. So obviously the experience playing this stream game will help me with the ATZ video as well. What was I doing? Oh yeah, trying to decide what to build here. Obviously a harbor will always be good. And we may just start with that. Wow, there's some really good harbor spots. But also those are obviously really good Kampung spots as well, especially that one. Yeah. Tempted to go one less gold, just be able to preserve that for the Kampung because of the double adjacency here. I may do that, like put it over here or something. Let's do that. Just gonna put that down and kind of go with that. I think it's gonna be fine. Like literally the tiniest sliver possible away from irrigation. Like, does it tell us how close it is? Because that's just really funny. I mean, it's not that important, but it's just like it's like it can only be like one science away or something ridiculous. Oh well, we'll get that built here in a moment. Alright, so crossbowman, you go on alert, builder. Speaking of kampungs, we can actually go ahead and set one up here. And they only get their bonus if there's actually fishing boats. I'm sorry, I totally forget what all my research, or what all we looked at last time. Adjacent fishing boats. Okay, that's what I thought. So I can put it here in preparation, but I do need the fishing boats for it to actually get the bonus. So that's a thing. You know, why don't we move you over here, get ready to hook up the cocoa in a turn, and I think that's a good start.
The man who has grit enough to bring about the forest with the advance of feudalism.
There's feudalism. Could always start an Inquisition. I like the idea of serfdom. I'm okay with this, though. The +1 production in all cities is still pretty valuable for us. If I put serfdom in anywhere, it'd be probably down there with inspiration. How are we looking on scientists? I mean, we're in the mix. I mean, we're not doing great, but we're in the mix. So it's possible we can at least get one. I was about to check something, and I don't remember what it was. I was thinking of two different things at the same time, and I forgot. Oh, I know what it was. There we go. 13 to 33 turns. I'm going to guess it's probably 13 turns. We don't have a lot of time to get to the Golden Age. We've got 12 more points to get as well. So it's going to be a little hard, a little bit of a challenge. Anybody that we're even close to? No, there's nobody close to Faith or anything like that.